hysterically funny. Not. Rich Italian tradition of Commedia dell'arte.
Yeah, basically, Shakespeare stole everything he ever wrote.
No, stole is kind of strong, dude. Distilled, maybe.
Well, then he distilled 3 or 4 of the funniest gimmicks of his time, and then he milked them into 16 different plays.
You see, essentially Shakespeare was a formula writer. Once he found a device that worked, he used it over and over and over again. So, Mr. Shakespeare, the question we have is this.
Why did you write 16 comedies when you could have written just one? In answer to this question, we have taken the liberty of condensing all 16 of Shakespeare's comedies to a single play, which we've entitled The Comedy of Two Gentlemen's Labors Measuring the Merry Wives of Venice on a Midsummer's 12th Night in Winter.
Or Cymbeline Taming Pericles, the Merchant and the Temptress of Love, as much as you like it for nothing. Coronalicious!
Comedy.
Act 1. A Spanish duke turns the rule of his kingdom over to his sadistic and tyrannical twin brother. He learns some fantastic feats of magic and sets sail for the golden age of Greece, along with his daughters, the beautiful set of identical twins. While rounding the heel of Italy, the duke's ship is caught in a terrible tempest, which inexperienced captain puts up on a desert island, along with the loveliest of his daughters, who stumbles into a cave where she falls in love with a creature who is either a man, a fish, or a boat.
Act 2. The long-lost sons of the Duke's brother, also coincidentally 3 sets of identical twins, have just arrived from Italy. Though still possessed of an inner nobility, they are ragged, destitute, penniless, fleeing the shadows of the men they once were, and in the other extremity are forced to borrow money from an old moneylender who deceived them into putting down the bravest collateral on the loan. Meanwhile, the 6 Italian brothers fall in love with 6 Italian sisters, and 3 of them are pretentious, sharp-tongued little shrews, while the other 3 are submissive airheads.
Act 3. The shipwrecked identical daughters of the Duke wash up on the shores of Italy, disguise themselves as men to become pages to the shrews and matchmakers to the Duke's brother's sons. They lead all the lovers into a nearby forest, where on a midsummer's night, a bunch of mischievous fairies squeeze the aphrodisiac juice of a hermaphroditic flower into the shrew's eyes, causing them to fall in love with their pages, who in turn fall in love with the Duke's brother's son. And with the queen of the fairies seduce a rude mechanical with the head of a donkey, they all make out to a donkey. Act 4.
The elderly brothers of the Italian sisters find their daughters listening to dispatch a message to the pages, telling them to kill any man in the vicinity. However, unable to fight men in the forest, the messengers, when finally misguided after loyalty, deliver messages to each other and kill them.
Meanwhile, the fish creature and the Duke arrive in the forest. For no apparent reason, from 2 men under the world, Act 5.
The Duke commands the fairies to right their wrongs. The pages of the shrew skimmers would not dare drag out fight in the mud.
During which we discovered that the pages are really girls.
The Duke discovers his daughters. The Duke's brother's sons recognize their uncle.
Well, one of the airheads goes up to be a star on Jersey Shore.
And they all get married and go out to dinner.
Except for one minor character in the second act who's seen by a bear, and the Duke's brother's sons who, unable to pay back the old moneylender, give themselves lobotomies.
Now give us your hand, friends, because all is well that finally ends. Thank you.